Hello, everybody. Joe Bagnones here, and welcome back for another episode of One. Finished up Nagamori's route last time, and yep, Eternity is confusing and not fully explained yet. This is on our new every other day schedule, so I actually didn't record yesterday. Oops. I just wasn't feeling well. I had a really bad headache all day, but that seems to have gone away after I've decided to drink something besides coffee for 5 days in a row and had some water and Tylenol. So I'm doing good. For the most part, it's only 11 p.m., which is very early in the morning for me. But I'm probably going to go to sleep again after this because I forgot I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow that I scheduled way back in August, and November was the earliest available appointment they had. So yeah, I have to go in and get some genetic testing done, which will be fun. Fun stuff. It's always fun. It's nothing serious, just some stuff on my family's end. I could be a carrier for something. Don't actually have it, but just gotta make sure. Get all those bases covered. But back to the game. You guys don't want to talk about my medical history and the fucking Frankenstein's monster of fucked up shit that I am. Yeah, we're going to be doing Misaki Senpai's route this time because that's the who's first up in the list. And I'm going to start the game because I really don't like how there's no music on this title screen. Do I have skip on red is off? Good. I don't want to skip over anything we haven't read yet. Start game, please. Let's see how much actual reading I'll have to do this time, because I'm going to be fucking hyper speeding through. No, we're sleeping. Fuck off. Just being told to get up doesn't make it any easier to do it. Hold out. Hello, Namaste. How are you? Yeah, that was my bad. Wow, look at time flying by. Sure, we'll find out something. Are we gonna try to reconcile or? Fuck off, Nagamori. Oh god, it's going great. Yeah, we've seen that. Dare measures? No. I'm probably just gonna cut around all this until we actually hit something with some meat to it. So yeah, see you then. Woo. Finally, some actual something we haven't seen before. Oh my god. That's one gripe I have about some old visual novels is just so many bullshit choices that don't do anything. And, just so much fluff. But here we are. We've done it. We found it. We found the unread text. All fucking 2 lines of it. What was she doing? Oh, yeah, she was eating like fucking 20 plates of curry. Oh, with this much food, the bill's gonna be ridiculous. Hello? Oh, I need to click on my screen. That's why you should just call it quits for today. Yeah, that's right. Probably. By the way, Senpai, do you always eat here at the cafeteria? She nods while gazing wistfully at her empty plates. And it's cheap, too. Do you always eat by yourself, though? In that case, maybe I shouldn't have asked you to lunch. She might have had to break a promise with her friends to accept my invitation. Text looks familiar, but the way visual novels are programmed, it's probably considered a new scene, so if I hit the skip button, what happens? Oh, no. It wasn't. Sad face. So sad. Hello, Mio. What are we doing here? I'll be skipping around again. See you whenever there's new fucking unread text. Yes. Mio with the coat. It's cold out. Senpai, warm me up. It's so cold. Senpai, why don't you warm me up instead? Use your heat vision. Well, you could do this and that. Oh no! Oh, that's a shame. But given the season ahead, it's going to be tough going without a coat. Just then, I saw a somewhat familiar girl in the direction of the entry hall. That's a girl from yesterday, and it's off to the races. See you guys whenever. Finally, after minutes and minutes holding down the control button and clicking random nonsense answers, we're here. The unread text. God, I need a sip of my coffee. It's gone lukewarm. Lovely. Checking the time. I see that it's still before noon. What should I do now? Oh, hi, Akane? An unexpected voice calls out to me as I'm walking down the corridor, pondering what to do next. Hey, Akane.
Hi.
Oh, what's up? Oh, that's cool. I see. Come to think of it, I promised I'd go get some... Ah, shit. No, sorry. Yeah, I guess we're in the middle of the exam period. By the way, Akane, how did you do on your exams? That bad, huh? Her voice is a sad whisper as she walks away with unsteady footsteps. Oh, was it that bad? I considered calling out to her receding figure, but I get the feeling it'd be best to leave her alone. Don't give up, Akane. I decided to give her my unspoken support, if nothing else. Well, that was a whole lot of nothing. Way to disappoint me, Akane. I was hoping it was Senpai, but... See you guys whenever we find Senpai. Oh wait, this isn't unread either. Okay, never mind. And just like yesterday, Nagamori comes up to me carrying her bag. Okay, I suppose. Let's see. And just go straight home. Yeah, let's head straight home after all. No points for you, Nagamori. Yeah, let's have a nice slow chat on the way back. Once again, we head straight home without stopping off anywhere on the way. We're going to the library. The library, right? Right? Oh god, my choices in the guide are fucked. Whatever. We're just shooting from the hip now, kids. I was on my way to the library too. Because I got nothing to do. Yeah, in the library. In that case, how does I'm going to the library to study sound? She nods cheerfully. Great, let's go together then. And so, we set off in the direction of the library. Misaki-senpai points the opposite way down the corridor. It is? It's a great place to skip class. Now that you mention it, no, not even once. Yeah, maybe it is. Senpai takes me by the hand and pulls me along. Is it really okay for us to be running like this? She turns to smile at me before dashing off down the corridor. You wouldn't think that she was blind at all. I think while being pulled along by Senpai's hand. But the thing she's holding in her other hand is, without a doubt, a book in Braille. Guided by Senpai, I arrive in front of a room decorated with a plate that reads, Library. So, this is the library. I had no idea it was 10 floors underground.
地上3階だよ。
And there's a secret door, too. There's no way anyone would notice it.
なってないよ。
Shall we go inside? Guided by Senpai, I step into the library for the first time ever. Wow, this place is pretty fancy. I raise a cry of admiration at seeing our library for the first time. I'm immediately bathed in accusatory glares from the students who are busy reading.
図書室ではお静かに。って壁に貼ってない？
Misaki Senpai whispers in a voice only I can hear. Yeah, there's a sign like that, in at least 3 places I can see. The notices are carefully written in an easy-to-read font, with liberal use of red marker. Pasting a fake smile onto my face, I step inside. Suddenly, I get the feeling I'm not going to like the library. I whisper.
まあまあ。それに、浩平くんも悪いんだからね。
She admonishes me in a quiet
テ
voice.
スト期間中だしね。
We continue our exchange while sitting down at a random
ち
desk.
ょっと待っててね。これ返してくるから。
Giving a little wave of the book in her hand, she heads for the return counter. Looking over, I can see Senpai speaking with one of the library monitors. Surely they won't be angry with her for being just 1 week late. Not that I know, since I'd never borrowed anything. Well, there's probably not too many people in the school checking out Braille books, so it's not like there's a fucking hot demand for them. Are they acquaintances? I wonder, leaning back in my chair. Having finished their conversation, she comes jogging back to me.
お待たせ。
Were they angry with you?
ううん。そんなことないよ。
Well, you're only late by a few days, right?
うん。さすがに半年遅れた時は怒られたけどね。
Yeah, that's fair. She tilts her head while looking somewhat apologetic. Tell me you're a regular offender when it comes to late returns.
うん。そうかもしれない。いつもちゃんと返却日前に学校に持ってくるんだけど、机に入れたまま忘れちゃうんだ。
Mm-hmm.
私、忘れっぽいからね。
Yeah, not being able to see it to jog your memory might be an issue. Seems so level-headed, though.
そうなの？
Yeah, how do I put this? There's this air of calmness about you. At least as far as her appearance goes, I'd add.
そうだったんだ。知らなかったよ。
She seems impressed. Come to think of it, I asked, suddenly remembering. Do you know that library monitor over at the counter?
ううん。全然知らない人だけど、もしかしたら廊下ですれ違ったことくらいならあるかもしれないけどね。
Really? From the familiar way you were talking to each other, I thought you were acquaintances. Senpai gently replies to my question.
私って目が見えないからね。だから相手のことをよく知ろうと思ったら話をするしかないんだよ。言葉と言葉を交わして、それで相手のことを分かって、そして私のことも分かってもらう。私にはそれしかないからね。
I see.
でも結局は人と話をすることが好きだからっていうのが一番の理由だけどね。
She says, so saying, she narrows her eyes in a faint smile. Her eyes may not be able to see, but they're kind.
そうだ、浩平くんの住所を教えて。
What are you gonna do with something like that? You gonna fucking send me a pipe bomb or some anthrax?
浩平くんのために年賀状書こうと思って。
I'm not Margaret Thatcher, you know. A New Year's card, huh? So it's that time of year already.
うん。あっという間だよ。
Might just be my imagination, but she looks a little sad as she speaks.
だから住所教えてね。
Yeah, but only if you give me your address. In that case, tell me your address too.
うん。
We exchange addresses before leaving the library. Leaving the school, I walk Senpai home, which is, of course, just across the road. See you later, Senpai.
バイバイ浩平くん
She waves, and with a final goodbye, she goes inside.
浩平くんの年賀状すごく楽しみだよ
I guess I better go home, too. Taking another look at the door of Senpai's house, I set off on the road home. Is this... If I hit the skip button, is it gonna skip? Oh, there it goes! Hello, Nagamori? Nagamori comes up to me carrying her bag, just like she did
どうだっ
yesterday.
た今日の調子は
It was kind of tough today, too.
じゃあまっすぐ帰らないとダメだね
Yeah. Straight home. I better go home and study after all.
だよねでももっと息抜きできたらよかったのにね
Yeah. If
私
only.
は浩平ともっと遊びたかったけど無理
Nope, you can't. We decided to head straight home without stopping off anywhere on the way. But it would be much fun to just go by myself. What? Who? Plenty of time. Okay. Half day. Looking around the class for someone who seems like they'd have free time on their hands. As I do, my gaze meets with Akane's. But immediately she looks away. Damn it, we don't have enough points. Fight someone else, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll have to ask someone else, but looking around the classroom, there's particularly no sign of anyone to get along with. There's no helping it. I guess I'll go to the shopping district on my own. If I hang around the arcade, it probably wouldn't be long before I find a couple of people I know. Some fellow hooligans. Leave it to Nagamori. Sleeping! I'll pass this time. I've got a bad feeling about this. What? Who? Where? Cool. Ignore Sumi. I fold my arms and lie down on the table. I can hear him click his tongue with chit, but he doesn't press me any further. Now then, what should I do now? I know. I'll turn up at club activities for once. I'm feeling unusually motivated today. If I, sustain that motivation, I get the feeling that it wouldn't be impossible for me to use it on club activities. Right. I march down the corridor in high spirits. Maybe I should just go home after all. My motivation only lasted for a moment. Even if I show up, it's not as if there's going to be anyone there. I guess I'll go home. As I turn to head for the entrance hall, tug tug, someone tugs on my coat sleeve. Oh, hi Mio. Turning around, I find Mio hanging off my uniform. She gives a cheerful smile. Hey Mio, you feeling well? Nod, nod, nod. She looks as energetic as she can be. Okay, I get it. So stop pulling on my uniform. It'll stretch. Mio hurriedly lets go, but my left sleeve is already dangling sloppily down. She hangs her head in dejection. That's alright, I'm not angry. She looks at my extended sleeve with a "but" expression on her face. It'll probably go back to normal soon enough. Not that I have any idea whether it really will. So, are you headed home now? Nope, she shakes her head. Then she begins to write in her sketchbook. Club activities. I see. Actually, that's where I'm going too. Uh-huh. So let's both work hard on it. Okay. She gives a small bow. Then, with a little wave of her hand, she dashes off down the corridor. Give it your best! Okay. She nods before showing me her sketchbook. I will. With a big wave of her hand, she energetically spurs her little body onward until she disappears further down the corridor. Don't fall over now. Go home. I guess I'll go home. Despite what I said to Mio, there's no changing the fact that I'm feeling unmotivated. Putting my bag on again, I head for the entrance hall. Making my way through the members of the Going Home Club, I change my shoes and set off on the way home. Looks like we won't have time to run today. What's wrong?
浩平今の誰
Real Nagamori is walking beside me, wearing an expression of utter disapproval. What do you think? Did I sound like you or what? That was a magnificent performance of the Nagamori role, even if I do say so myself.
全然似てないよ。
Now, that's not true. If I show off my Nagamori Mizuka on some impersonation TV show, I'd get the top prize for sure.
私のモノマネしたって誰もわからないよ。
You're right.
そうだよ。
In that case, I'll just have to make sure you become famous first.
どうしてそうなるのよ。
Just kidding.
こんにちは、お二人さん。
Oh, hey, you? As we're about to pass through the school gates, a cheerful voice calls us to a halt.
シーコさん、こんにちは。
That's the student from the other school who stopped us in front of the gate last week. I think she called herself Yusuki or something. She's standing there in front of the gates
ま
again.
た来たよ。
You sure have. Hello.
そういえば、私たちの自己紹介がまだだったね。
Why you here?
こっちが折原康平。私が長森瑞香です。ご丁寧にどうも。
We make for a terribly comical sight, casually exchanging greetings with her, like this as crowds of students make their way past. So, what are you doing here at the school? If I just leave them be, they're liable to start making small talk, so I force the conversation back to the main topic.
人を探してるのよ。
Looking for someone? In that case, instead of asking us, you're better off asking the police.
別に行方不明の家族を探してるわけじゃないから。誰を探してるの？この学校の人？うん、幼馴染なんだ。進学するときに別れちゃったけどね。
Oh, okay. So you came all this way just to see this childhood friend of yours?
そうだよ。でもどのクラスかわからないから知ってそうな人に声をかけてたの。
Listen, you. Why are you going about this in such a roundabout way?
回りくどいかな。
Very. First of all, just what do you mean by a person who looks like they might know?
言葉通りだけど、
Please tell me your criteria.
折原くんっておかしなこと言うね。たまにね。
Nagamori nods with an expression of agreement. Me? I'm the one who's strange?
運が良ければ、
Yeah, you're actually
その友
really
達の
weird,
クラスメ
dude.
ートに当たるかもしれないでしょ。
There's no way a coincidence like that could happen.
でもわからないよ。1学年7クラスだから全部で21クラスでしょ。21分の1ならありえるよ。そうだよね。
Nagamori nods again. In that case, I'll decide it for you right now. I want to end this conversation as soon as possible. Probably back off once she sees that we don't know. Who are you looking for?
ね、里村茜って子なんだけど。
Fuck! Sorry, there's no one like that in our class. Let's go, Nagamori.
ちょっと浩平、里村さんって知ってるの？多分同じクラスの里村さんだと思う。
Nagamori, why must you give an honest answer? No, I definitely think it's someone else.
でも私たちのクラスの里村さんも名前は茜さんだよね。
I get the feeling it is, and I get the feeling that it isn't.
そうだね。浩平、あんまり里村さんとお話ししないから。それで茜のところに案内してくれるの？
Of course not,
どうして？
because this isn't Akane's route. Listen, class is about to start. Do you really think they'll let some girl from another school walk around inside the school building? Come back again after class.
大丈夫だって。
What's your basis for saying that?
根拠はないけど。
In that case, just give it up. Let's go, Nagamori.
ごめんね。
She still looks as though there's something she wants to say, but we ignore her, making our escape into the school grounds. Boring afternoon classes. Of course, there's no such thing as a class which isn't boring. The chime rings, announcing the end of 6th period. I guess I'll head home for the day. Picking up my flattened bag, I step out into the corridor, setting off on the road home without incident. As always, it's the sound of the curtain being drawn
ほ
back.
ら、起きなさいよ。
Let me sleep for just 3 more
単位
inches.
がおかしいよ。ほら、算数。 分経ったよ。
Like hell it has, idiot. Well, if you're talking about like the rotation of the Earth and its movement around the sun, it's been way more than 3 inches, so you have to get up.
もう授業は今日で最後だから頑張って起きようよ。
Last day? I see. Tomorrow's the day off, and the day after that is the closing ceremony. In that case, I guess I'll get up. Rousing myself and looking out the windows, I see a sky enveloped in rain clouds. Rain, huh? I can feel my old scars tingling.
何？古傷って。
It's only natural that you don't know about them. It was back when you were little.
同い年だよ。
I found you being swept away by a fierce current. So I bravely dived into the river, grabbed your hand, and clung onto a rock until help arrived. The current was harsh and the water was cold. Even now, I give thanks to God that we were saved.
怪我なんてしてないじゃない。
Not true. I sprained my wrist while dunking you in the river as a joke.
公平のせいで流されてたんじゃない。
And now, my wound from back then is throbbing.
美談でもなんでもないよ、それって。
Really?
そんなバカな話してないで早く支度してよ。
Okay. Looks like it's raining, Nagamori.
知ってるよ。今目の前で降ってるんだから。
But do you truly see it?
どうしたの？
Sorry, but could you go on ahead?
わかったよ。
Sensing something from my words, Nagamori simply nods.
それじゃあ教室で。
The sound of the rain is the only thing I can hear. Now that I'm alone, the sound of the rain suddenly seems irritating. After parting with Nagamori, I head towards that place. Leaving muddy footprints behind on the asphalt, I run through the rainy streets. Standing there in front of that place, drops of water pour from my umbrella, a lonely place. And at the center of it stands Akane. Did we fall on the Akane route by accident? Hey, Akane. Looking glum as always, I see. Akane? There's something a little strange about her. She looks in my direction with empty eyes. Her voice is even weaker than usual. Now, don't tell me you're feeling really sick.
そんなことないです。
As she whispers, her body begins to topple like a puppet with the strings cut. Hey! I try to rush over to her, but the soft mud impedes my advance. Despite that, someone managed to arrive at her side and support her. What did I just say?
話してください。
If I do, you'll fall over.
構いません。
If you fall over, your uniform's gonna get dirty. Of course, if you don't mind it getting dirty.
嫌です。
She turns to avoid my gaze. Time passes as we remain still.
本当に大丈夫です。
I see. I gently let go of her body. Her feet still seem a little unsteady, but it seems alright for now. It's about time we get to school, isn't it? Now, you're not going to run to school today of all days, right? If you start walking slowly now, we ought to just make it. She gives a slow nod. And then the two of us leave the empty lot. I walk through the rainy streets with Akane by my side, watching the wavering pink umbrella next to me the whole time. I take my seat as the chime rings and the day's lessons begin. Well, that was weird. Fourth period comes to an end, making it lunchtime. The rain makes no difference to us here in this school building, but even so, I feel like spending the day as idly as possible. Reaching into my bag for the sweetened buns, I make light work of lunch. I just buy coffee. Save me. Help me speak English. Look at me. I can't even speak. I decide to spend the remaining time sleeping.
もちろん行くよ。
よし、これで去年のメンバーが揃った。
沙織の家だよね。
多分夕方からだと思う。
Oh yeah, the Christmas party.
また何か作って持っていくよ。
楽しみにしてるわよ。水香いつもびっくりするほど凝ったもの作ってくるから。
But because we don't have any Nagamori points, she's saying, fuck you, Kohei.
そんなプレッシャーかけないでよ。
これでよし。
意地悪。
Then, as usual, with the ring of the chime, the afternoon lessons begin. The sound of the chime echoes through the dim classroom, putting an end to the day's classes. Looking outside the window, it seems the rain from this morning is still continuing to fall. Still, it's much lighter than it was this morning. It seems to be windy too, with that murky clouds being pushed along at a considerable speed. Oh, looks like it won't be long before it stops. Let's wait for it to stop. Yeah? Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. Hello? Hello? There's no need to hurry home. It'd be a better idea to shelter here in the school for a while. Looking around the classroom, I see classmates here and there, hanging around, having come to the same conclusion as me. With the end of the semester exams over, and mostly handed back, the only thing left is to wait for the winter holidays. Once the rain stops, these guys will probably noisily be on their way to the shopping district. Everyone gives the occasional glance outside the window, hoping for the rain to stop. Finally. Looks like it stopped raining. There's still a few clouds left in the sky, but it seems like the rain has come to a complete halt. A few people stick their hands outside the window, gleefully reporting that the rain has stopped. As the news spreads, everyone begins to stampede outside. The formerly quiet classroom suddenly regains its air of energy. I hate the rain after all. There's something about the atmosphere of rain that I don't like. Guess I'll stop off somewhere on the way home too. Carrying my largely empty bag, I too leave the classroom. Now then, what should I do? With nothing in particular in mind, I casually walk down the corridor while considering my after-class plans. In the end, by the time I finish changing my shoes at the entrance hall, I still haven't made up my mind. I head outside. What? I unwittingly cry out. That's how cold it is outside. Freezing wind blasts through the courtyard, slicing through my skin. This is gonna be rough. Winter has well and truly arrived. I catch sight of a crowd of students rushing out of the school, clutching their bags to their chests. Probably planning on escaping into a karaoke box somewhere. I should head somewhere warm too. After all, the rain stopped. Casually glancing up at the sky, I see the clouds are already drifting to cover the faint twilight in the sky. Within that sky, I can see a person. Or to be more precise, not within the sky, but a place facing the sky. The rooftop. Oh, no way. The rooftop? At this time of year? It's not something any sane person would do. As I continue to stare at it, the little figure seems to stand there, leaning against the safety fence. The long hair fluttering behind her. It can't be. Nah, there's no mistaking it. Realizing that I recognize that figure, I quickly turn back inside the entrance hall. Hurriedly putting my slippers back on, I run down the corridor. What's she doing up there in this season? No entry. I stand before the door, bearing that sign. I grasp hold of the dull silver doorknob. It feels cold enough for my palm to stick to it. Put some strength into it and pushing the door open. The wind blows it. What? The wind blows in through the minute miniature, whatever. Leaning my body against the heavy door, I manage to push it open despite the pressure from the wind. The wind here is even stronger than it looked from below. Colder too. A sudden gust causes the fence to give a great big shake. It's as if this place is beyond the reach of the sun's warmth. There, within a place like that, stands a girl. Staring at something beyond the fence, holding down her hair that flows with each gust of wind. She simply stands there. Hi, senpai. I raise my voice so as not to be drowned out by the rampaging wind. Did she just whisper something? Whatever they were, her words are swept away by the wind before they reach me. I slowly walk over to her. Senpai gradually turns to face me.
Konnichiwa, Kohei-kun.
Hi.
Ame, yanjatta ne.
So it seems. She looks sadly up at the sky. Do you like the rain?
雨は濡れるから嫌いだよ。でも、降っていてほしい時もあるよ。
So saying, she turns back to the
み
fence.
んな、この空の先にいるんだよね。
She stares into the infinite sky with an envious gaze. They?
お友達だよ。
What?
さっきまでは一 一緒に教室でおしゃべりしてたんだけどね。雨が止んだらみんな行っちゃったよ。
Oh, you literally mean your friends from class, and not them being beyond the sky? You gonna go with them? Lowering her eyes, she nods. But you know, there's no point staying here in a place like this either.
私もそう思う。
In that case, let's go home together. I'll walk you back to your house. Senpai?
そうだね。
The expression on her face when she turns around is a peaceful one.
ありがとう、浩平くん。
Giving a wide smile, she follows behind me.
いいこともあったんだよ。
She turns back once more towards the rooftop as we enter the school building.
浩平くんと会えたからね。
The door closes with a thump, and we set off on the way home. Well, did you actually see me? As always, it's the sound of the curtain being drawn back, letting in the sunlight that shoots through to the back of my eyes.
ほら、起きなさいよ。
Oh, you idiot! It's the winter holidays starting from today.
あとは浩平だよ。冬休みは明日から。
What? You mean today's gonna be packed with lessons too?
てんこ盛りじゃないよ。終業式だけだよ。
Ah, fuck it, just skip it. Who cares? What? I see. So that's how it is. Sitting up in bed, I scratch the area below my navel. If it's just that, I suppose I could go.
何言ってるんだよ。みんな出るの。
Speaking of which,
何？
your nickname used to be Nagamori from the planet you know, didn't it?
それって浩平だけだよ。
Whoosh! Whoosh! Right over my head. It's because you'd always say, you know, at the end of your sentences, remember? Okay. Now that I remembered, I think that's what I'll call you for a while.
バカなこと言ってないで。早く用意してよ。
Fetch my bag and uniform for me, Nagamori from the planet you know.
取ってやんないもん。
Oh, you idiot. Don't sulk over something like that. I have no choice but to get out of bed and grab my bag and uniform from the chair
だから
myself.
浩平はバカバカ星人だよ。いっつも人のことバカバカ言うもん。
You idiot. That makes it sound like I'm the idiot. I call you an idiot because you're the idiot.
ほら連発。
Handsome guy. Ugh. Handsome guy, handsome guy, handsome guy. Ha ha! Handsome guy. Totally handsome guy. Now I'm the Kohei from the planet Handsome Guy.
でも美男子星出身ってだけで浩平自身は美男子じゃないかもしれないよ。
You idiot. Anyone from the planet Handsome Guy is automatically a handsome guy.
そんなことないもん。長寿村って言ってみんなが長寿なわけじゃないもん。
Sure, man. Ah, Japanese language. So you've transformed into Nagamori from the planet after all.
もんだってそんなに使わないもん。たまたま浩平がよく聞いてるだけだよ。
You just used both, didn't you? I'm gonna combine them and name you Nagamori from the planet after all, you know.
バカバカ星人の言うことなんて誰も聞かないもん。
Now, shut up, Nagamori from the planet after all, you know, idiot. Ha!
時間。
Whoa, this is no time to be menacing each other.
ほら、もう急がないと遅刻だよ。
Just what were we doing? In the end, things turned into the usual panicky morning. As always, we're heading towards school along the
あ
usual
んな
road.
に余裕あったのにどうして私たち走ってるの？
That's because we're gonna be late, of course.
今日は浩平も早く起きたのに。
It's strange, isn't it?
浩平がなかなか家から出てきてくれないからだよ。すぐに行くから外で待ってろって言ったのに。
Well, I suddenly got curious about the weather forecast, so I was waiting for that to start.
天気予報なんて見なくても絶対にいい天気だよ。
Objectively false? I'll look up at the sky as we run. See, it's exactly as Nagamori says. Perfectly clear sky that shows no sign of rain at all.
天気予報はなんて言ってたの？
Well, about that. It must be a bad time for it, since none of the channels were showing the forecast.
電話は？
Well, so that's what I could have done. You can... I guess you could. They probably have it like on repeat and you could just dial and you pick it up and it broadcasts it to you.
私たちどうして走ってるんだろうね。
But again, weird Japanese things from the 90s that I don't know about. She gives a sigh.
結局最後までこれだったね。
Pretty much.
来年は歩いて登校しようね。
I'll make an effort. Mingling with the similarly near late students, we pass through the school gates. Hardly changing our shoes, we hurry onwards towards the classroom. Well, looks like we made it.
くつろいでる場合じゃないよ。すぐに体育館行かないと。
You're right. No time to slowly calm down, we head for the gym where the closing ceremony is being held. The passage to the gym is packed with people. It's only natural, since the whole school is gathered around gathered here around the only entrance.
だから早く来たかったのに。
I get the feeling that we'll be kept waiting for a while. All kinds of students from across the years and classes mingle here amongst each
お
other.
はよう、浩平くん。
What's up, senpai? Suddenly, someone calls out to me. I turn around to find Misaki senpai standing there with a smile. Hi, senpai.
それにしてもすごい人数だね。
Yeah, you'd almost think it's a Travis Scott concert and they're gonna get crushed to death. She makes a troubled face at the crowd taking up camp in front of the gym entrance. Of course, it's not as though she can actually see them. She probably picked up on it when she heard the clamor. Well, we do have the whole school in one place.
これがなければ今日は楽しい一日なのにね。
There's an all-out cleaning, too.
そうだね。
Speaking of which, senpai, do you have any plans for today? Today, by which I mean Christmas Eve.
そうだね。
There's a certain ambiguity about her reply.
浩平くんは？
Me? I'm not doing anything.
そうなんだ。だったら浩平、そろそろ入れそうだよ。
Fuck off, Nagamori, I'm getting a date. Nagamori waves to me from over by the entrance. Looks like things have cleared up around the entrance.
そうみたいだね。
We'd better get going, too. Nodding, she follows me into the gym. The principal speaks, the guidance counselor speaks, the head of the year speaks, and then... we heave a collective sigh as yet another person takes the stage. That's that kind of boring closing ceremony. Still, considering that it's the last thing to endure before the end of the year, everyone manages to bear with it. Besides, it's not as if there's a single person seriously listening to all of the talk, everyone thinking about the holiday that starts tomorrow. The boring formalities have passed, we shuffle back to the classroom. The homeroom teacher leaves the classroom, putting a much earlier end to classes than usual. Sections of the class quickly begin to discuss their plans for the afternoon. Well, I was gonna hang out with senpai until fucking Nagamori cucked me. Nothing in particular. That sounds sus, my guy. Out of the blue, he makes me an offer.
俺の知り合いがとある部活の部長をしているんだが、何でも今日大きな機材が届くらしい。それを運び込みたいのに、部の奴らはクリスマスだからって理由で誰も出てこないそうなんだ。そこで助っ人を求めてるってわけだ。
Put it simply, it's physical labor.
見返りは弾むらしいぞ。
Fine, yeah. Okay, I'll trust you on this one.
よーし、それなら早速先方には話を通しておくから、放課後になったらすぐに行ってくれ。
And with that, he disappears. A little while earlier, I leave the classroom to begin my job. Wait, what? A little while earlier? Later. I completely just made up a word there. Like, not even close. Like, half those letters they didn't even share. That sure took a while. Looking at the clock in the corridor, it's already nearly evening. Still, I wasn't expecting this. I had no idea I'd get this much just for doing something like that. What's even more surprising is that Sumi actually came up with something decent this time. I guess I'll treat him to something next time. I pondered this while walking down the corridor by myself. It's the afternoon on the last day of let's try that whole sentence again. It's the afternoon on the day. Third time's the charm. Fuck. I'm a fucking mess this episode. Holy shit. It's the afternoon on the day of the end of semester ceremony, so naturally there isn't anyone still hanging around. I walk down the still corridor, hearing only the sounds of my slippers on the floor. Since it's Christmas Eve today, the guys from class are probably already out on the town. Shopping district that increases in decoration day by day. It truly feels like December when I look outside the fancy showcase windows filled with colorful clothes. That was inside, not outside. I guess I might stop by for a little while on the way back after all. Think about this as I walk down the third floor corridor. Suddenly, I catch sight of someone inside a classroom as I pass by. A third-year classroom. There, sitting alone at her desk, is a girl gazing outside the twilight sky. At the twilight sky. A transient figure bathed in the light of the setting sun. She looks beautiful, but lonely too. Senpai?
まだいたんだね、浩平くん。
Her voice is subdued as she replies, Yeah, there was something I had to take care of.
そっか、
What about you, Senpai?
私はなんとなくね。
She replies in a quiet voice, her gaze still directed outside.
みんないなくなっちゃったね。
Getting some of those senior blues? Yeah.
だから浩平くんが声をかけてくれたとき、嬉しかったよ。
It'll be the winter holidays tomorrow. I'll bet everyone is planning on playing around until they drop.
浩平くんはどこにも行かないの？
I was just thinking about going to the shopping district.
うん。
Would you like to come too, Senpai? Silently, she continues to look outside. I can't tell what kind of expression she's wearing. How about it?
ダメ。
Her reply comes as a whisper. I see.
ごめんね、浩平くん。
She sounds genuinely regretful as she apologizes. I don't know why, but I feel like spending? Hmm? A bit of a typo there. I feel like spending today with Senpai, no matter what. Misaki-senpai? That's why. In that case, let's celebrate here.
ここで？
She slowly looks up. Her eyes are empty, but firmly fixed in my direction. I think I've still got some old Christmas decorations left at home. The least we could do is put up a tree with electric lights. And I could prepare some snacks and drinks. That way, it'll feel like Christmas, even in here.
浩平くんに迷惑がかかるよ。
Nah, just go to the park and steal a little tree. No problem. Not illegal at all. I don't mind. After all, it's not as if I have any plans.
私でいいの？
Yeah.
だったらここで待ってるね。
Okay, I'll be right back. You're not gonna fucking gaslight her like Nagamori, right? She gives a little smile before nodding. Seen off by Senpai, I'd leave the classroom. As usual, there's no sign of anyone else here. Changing into my shoes, I head outside. The wind is strong. Clouds flow by quickly, obscuring the setting sun. Holding down my coat, I dash through the Christmas streets. Shopping district, decorated with brilliant electric lights. Places filled with lively people. Onwards, I dash through the noise. Arriving in front of my house, I open the door and head inside. If the things I need are anywhere, they ought to be here. Of course, the last time I brought out the domestic Christmas tree was in primary school, so I haven't got a clue where it is now. The domestic Christmas tree. I'm gonna assume that's like a fake tree? I've got no choice but to go over the place with a fine-tooth comb. Turn over everything in the places that seem like they might hold old things. Opening every box around the appropriate size, I check their contents one by one before discarding them in disappointment. Over and over again. Ah, it's the board game I was looking for that time. Of course, that was a long time ago, so I have no use for it now. Ah, damn it, we don't have it anymore? I turned the entire place upside down, but I can't find what I'm looking for. Could Yukiko-san have thrown them out? Wouldn't it be out of the question? It hasn't been used for several years now. Ah, damn. I don't have time for this. Instead of meaninglessly searching around like this, I need a method with more certain results. I step outside and head for Nagamori's house. I'm sure she has a similar tree over at her house. Nagamori's just coming outside as I arrive at her house. Nagamori, I need you to do me a favor.
ごめん、今から友達の家でクリスマスパーティーなんだけど。
Give me your Christmas tree. Yeah, I know. This won't take long. There's something I want to borrow from you.
それはいいけど、借り
A Christmas tree.
そんなの持ってるわけないよ。
Wait, I didn't explain that properly. You've got one of those little domestic ones, right?
多分あると思うけど。
Please, I need you to lend it to me right now.
ちょっと待ってて。
She hurriedly turns back inside. I wait for a while. I wait for a while longer. I wait for a while again.
ごめん。
Nagamori comes out from inside the house huffing for breath. How'd it go?
なかったよ。
Why not?
お母さんが去年捨てたんだって。
Ah, damn. So it's the same here, too. Why doesn't anyone take good care of such an important piece of Japanese culture? Are they?
クリスマスは日本の文化じゃないよ。
I was about to say, this is going to be a problem. I don't have the time to visit anyone else. Do you have anything I can use as a substitute?
代わりって？
Something that lights up and some food, too.
食べ物？
Please.
わかった、探してみる。
She goes back inside again. I wait for a while. I wait for a while longer. I wait for a while again.
お待たせ。
She comes back outside, her shoulders heaving up and down as she breathes. Great. Well done, Nagamori. This time, I can tell the results without even asking. She's holding a bag in her hand, the kind you'd use at a supermarket. You brought the food, right?
あったお菓子、全部持ってきたけど。
She shows me the bag. 5 bags of chips, 3 salt-flavored, 2 soy-flavored. That's it? Thanks, I'll take them all.
全部。
No, like sour
どうする
cream
の？
and
こん
onion?
なに。
Or like cheddar? Or like salt and vinegar, even though salt and vinegar is disgusting and you should feel bad if you enjoy them? Eat them, of course.
何人で？
2.
無理だよ。そんなに食べられないよ。
Actually, I doubt even these will be enough. She could easily finish 3 more.
そんなに食べられるわけないよ。
You're naive, Nagamori. I return her look of doubt with a philosophical expression. There are many mysterious things in this world which can't be explained with science.
そうなの？
Yeah, like eternity and the ending of Last Route. Yeah, I've seen with my own eyes.
公平がそういうのなら、そうなんだ。
Yeah, I still can't believe it myself.
そうだ。それともう一つ。
She takes something out from the bottom of the
明
bag.
かりがつくものってこれしかなかったよ。
It's a pale white candle, a sort you'd place in your altar room.
仏間にあったものなんだけど。
Just as I thought. Hey, fucking might as well take it. Don't see why not. Well, I guess you could say that candles go with Christmas. This is no time to be picky. I'll take it.
それとマッチ。
She hands them over. See you later, Nagamori. Accepting the bag, I break into a run. I've been gone for quite a while now. Looking up at the sky, I can see the sun is already sinking below the horizon. Passing through the school gates, I hurry to the classroom where Senpai is waiting. Carrying the bag in my arms, I open the classroom door. The door slides to the side with a light noise. The figure waiting inside turns around in surprise.
公平くん？
Misaki Senpai stands by the window, bathed in the light of the sunset. Sorry it took so long. She smiles in recognition of the sound of my voice.
い よ。私も今来たところだから
Haha, good joke. Eh?
一度行ってみたかったんだよ。今の
I see. Giving a vague reply, I step inside the faintly red-tinged classroom. I'm sorry, senpai. I place the bag on a nearby desk and spread out the contents. I couldn't find anything Christmas-ish. Oh god, Christmas-ish at all. Oh, that's such a fucking mushy word. Christmas-ish.
そうなんだ。
I guess I couldn't keep my promise.
あのね、浩平くん、約束ってね、結果じゃなくて守ろうとしたかどうかが大切だと思うんだよ。浩平くんは私のために頑張ってくれたんだよね。だから私は本当に嬉しいよ。
She gives a warm, gentle smile.
ありがとう、浩平くん。
As I see that smile, I realize something. The reason I wanted to spend today together with Senpai, probably.
でもお腹空いたよね。
Do you want some chips? She places her hands on her stomach with a sorrowful expression. Ah, speaking of food, I managed to get some.
嬉しいよ。
She really does look happy. I open the bag of snacks and line them up on the desk. As much as you like.
ありがとう、浩平くん。それではいただきます。
She picks a single chip and carries it to her mouth.
美味しいよ。
They're just normal snacks.
でも美味しい。
I see. I reach out and grab a chip. They are delicious. These soy-flavored ones over here are pretty decent.
本当？
Yeah, just trust me on this one and give them a try.
これさっき食べたのと一緒だよ。
Well, that's because we only have 2 flavors. And so, we end up emptying all the packets between us.
お腹いっぱいになったね。
On just potato chips? Oh, you want some water? Yeah, but it doesn't feel like Christmas, does it?
そうだね。何が足りないのかな。
It's not about the decorations, man. It's about the Christmas is in your heart and who you spend it with. It's about the spirit of Christmas, not the gifts. As long as you try, you can celebrate Christmas anywhere. Pretty much everything, I'd say. Come to think of it, I do have a candle. A pale candle looks like the sort of thing you might use in a ritual to curse someone, but I stand it up on the desk anyway. Then, I have Senpai sit down at the same desk.
どんなろうそく？持っ
It's from an altar room.
てきたの？
It seems like this was all that was available.
そうなんだ。
Anyhow, I've stood it up on the table. Quite literally, all I've done to stand it up. I guess lighting it would be going too far. It'd be a disaster if it fell over. Would it? I mean, you're in a classroom with linoleum floors and, like... I mean, yeah, the desk is wood, but a single candle wouldn't be enough to start a fire like that. It would most likely just put itself out. Just put down, like, a piece of paper under it, so that way the wax doesn't, like, stick to the desk and, like, ruin the finish. What is it, Senpai? Why did you suddenly laugh like that?
すごく変な光景なんだろうなって想像しちゃったよ。
She gives an amused smile as she gazes at the candle on the desk with her unseeing eyes. Don't say that. I'm trying my best here.
分かってるよ。
But you're right. It is a pretty weird sight. For some reason, I get the feeling we're straying further and further from the Christmas mood.
ねえ、ろうそくに火をつけてみようよ。
But you know, even if we did light this one
で
candle,
もね、少しはクリスマスらしくなるかもしれないよ。
yeah, you're right. I guess I'll give it a try.
火つけるもの持ってる？
Yeah, actually, I do. Sticking my hand into the plastic bag and rummaging around, I take out the matches I received from Nagamori. Opening the box, I take a single match into my hand. Okay, I'll light it now. Somehow, I feel kind of nervous.
待って、
What's wrong?
一応蛍光灯は消した方がいいと思うよ。
Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't think it'll make much of a difference, but mood is important when it comes to things like these. With a click, I turn off the lights. I turn off the switch. The switch for the fluorescent lights. It gets dimmer by just a little bit. Do you think the mood's right now?
思わな
Yeah, you're right.
い。でもこれでろうそくつけたらそれらしくなるかもね。
Yeah, I guess so. With a I strike the match. I bring the weakly glowing orange light towards the tip of the candle. For a moment, the unpleasant smell of burning wax strikes my nose. You think burning wax is unpleasant? I kind of like it. That ought to do it. The faint flame having transferred to the tip of the candle, its glimmer slowly begins to increase in intensity.
どうかな。クリスマスに見えるかな。
A dim, barely decorated classroom, a single pale white candle lit at its center, and two mysterious shadows sitting around it. And the way you look at it, it seems more like some kind of dubious ritual. I'd say it's about the same as before.
そっか。
Her voice drops as she hangs her head a little. Sorry about not being able to gather anything better.
そんなことないよ。だって
She places her hand over the candle flame as it flickers in the twilight.
ほらあったかいよ。
Lit by the orange light, she gives a little
だ
smile.
から私はこれで十分だよ。
I see.
でも
She knits her brow a little as she appears to ponder
も
something.
し今誰かがこの教室を覗いたら、二人でクリスマスを過ごしてるって思ってくれるかな。
They probably wouldn't even recognize what is going on here as a Christmas celebration. Probably not.
やっぱり
Heaving a little sigh, she smiles again.
それだけがちょっと残念かな。
Christmas with just the two of us around a single candle. A Christmas that doesn't resemble a Christmas. But right now, the faint warmth from the candle feels irreplaceable to me. By the time we leave the school, the sun has already set. The school building, which had once been stained in red, is now completely covered in black darkness.
浩平くん、今日は本当にありがとう。
We're in front of her house, which is also in front of the school. She turns back to look at me as she's about to open the door and step inside. Sorry about wasting your time like that.
浩平くん、本当にそう思う？
She stares straight into my eyes with a serious expression on her face.
もし本当にそう思うのなら、
Yeah, she had fun.
私だって怒るよ。
She doesn't want to think of your time together as a waste. Senpai.
私はね、浩平くんと一緒に過ごせて本当に嬉しかったんだよ。
Her expression turns to one of sorrow.
だから無駄な時間なんて言わないで。
It's the first time I've ever seen Senpai seriously angry like this. Understood, Senpai. Well, see you next semester, Senpai.
そうだね。次に会えるのは来年かな。その時はまた元気に挨拶してね、浩平くん。
Yeah, I will. Receiving my words with a smile, she opens the door.
バイバイ、浩平くん。
She disappears inside. See you later, Senpai. Next year. Let's meet again next year. And so, with the memories of Misaki-senpai still in my mind, time gradually passes. With Christmas over, there's only a little left in 1998 left. What? There's only a little of 1998 left. 1998, good year. I remember it well. I was 2.5. I don't remember it at all. But with the new year and us firmly firmly on the senpai route. This is where we're going to call it for today. Weird episode. I'm going to have a lot of editing to do. My envelope with my water bill on it is covered with time codes that I have written down that I need to go in and make cuts through to fill, to cut out all that dead air from me just holding down the control key for minutes on end in total silence. But, with that out of the way, next time will be a regular episode where we actually do stuff and, get character moments instead of just clicking through and not really paying attention until the last 30 minutes. But as I said, we're done for today. Hope to see you all next time for the next episode of 1. Later.